Everyone, so in this video I'm going to discuss with you guys a cheap and effective cast on crit build for patch 2.6 in Path of Exile. So what we're going to need is pretty much a Beano's kitchen knife, which is 1 chaos, a decent helm with life and resistances, which you can pick up for 2 chaos, a lionized remorse, which you can pick up for 1 chaos. You don't need a 6 link, this will probably be the most expensive, but if you can get a 5 link shield, a 5 link armor with at least it will have cast on crit, Cyclone, added fire damage, fortify, power charge on crit, and ethereal knives. So 6 link would be good. Maybe spend up to 10 chaos, and if you can get something decent, then use a 6 link and try and get those sockets in there. If you only got a 5 link, get rid of the added fire damage. Okay, in the gloves, you'll want the Worm style gloves. In here, you'll want Riposte, cast on critical strike, blade 4, and added fire damage. And your belt, you want the physical damage belt, you want life and resistances. Your boots, you want movement speed, life and resistances. And your rings, just try and get something with physical damage, life and resistances on your rings. And your amulet, you probably want physical damage, life and resistances again. It's very, very simple, very straightforward. Okay, sockets, whirling blades, faster attacks, ancestral protector in there, and then molten shell in your helm, cast on critical strike, increased critical strike supports, and reckoning. In your shield, you want your auras, Warlord's Mark with blasphemy and hatred, and then in the boots, you want cast on critical strike, summon ice golem, tempest shield, and vengeance. Basically, the way this build works is it's a max block cast on critical strike build. It's a duelist, it's a gladiator area. So the way this works is you'll get a shitload of physical damage from your cyclone, and you'll also cast on crit, and you'll also be doing ethereal knives when you're casting on crit. Also, when you block with Riposte, you'll also have cast on crit with blade 4. So basically, cast on crit works with your cyclone, so you get the best of both worlds. So we'll put our Warlord's Mark on now and our hatred aura on now, and effectively I'll just show you the skill tree real quick. When you start off in the duelist area, so you pick up all these nodes, and it is a life build. The life on here, you basically don't get hit much at all. We have 4,500 life with this build. More life would be efficient if you can get it with your items and so forth, or you can pick up more life around here, more life here. There's life up here too, but this is just quickly, I created it and just trying to think of something budget friendly. We pick up the block nodes down here, block nodes over here, block nodes here, critical strike nodes all around here. So I'm just giving you guys a quick breakdown of it. You can also check out this build in my character tab for Lucas D. So I'm just having a look at that here. Now we also pick up all the frenzy charges. So frenzy charges here, and frenzy charges over here. So effectively outmatch and outlast. So outmatch, outlast gives us pretty much when we have max frenzy charges, we will have more physical damage, and when we have max endurance charges from our Warlord's Mark, we'll have reduced physical damage. So it works both ways with that. So that's also, we've got gratuitous violence, and we've got pain forged, and we've got versatile combatant, which gives us max block. So max block to attacks and max block to spells. Okay, I'll just go through a quick demonstration of it. So this is a very, very budget friendly build. You could probably get this going in 20 chaos. So if you want a really cheap build and you're a casual gamer like me, this is a really good build to try out, and I do recommend it. We'll just bulk it up, put something on here. So we're going to be reflecting elemental damage, which shouldn't be a problem. I'll give it a go anyway, so I'm just going to go with whatever I have, activate it, and see how we go anyways. Most of the maps you do with this build will work. Maybe the reflect physical damage might be a little bit of a problem, but other than that, you shouldn't have any dramas whatsoever. So as you can see, all our charges are up, and if you have a look at my life over here, we're not even really getting hit. So, and when we do get hit, we attack with blade 4, and we also attack with other spells as well. And we get our what's it called? Vengeance gives us the ice golem and also gives us tempest shield, and then over here we get molten shell and we also get the Reckoning from Reckoning here. So it's all effective. I can still talk to you guys while I'm AFK in the map, which is good to see, and this is what we want. Now I'll just show you what happens when we get all our charges up. So once we have all our charges up, we should have effectively around 30,000 DPS, maybe even more. So we'll see how we go when I get all of them up, because I know when we get all our frenzy charges up, we'll have 10% more physical damage, which will be pretty handy to have. So 47,000 DPS, around 50,000 DPS when we have all our frenzy charges up, and so forth. Oh, with the flasks as well. So basically, flasks, you should have enough mana regeneration from the Warlord's Mark and so forth. If you don't, then you can put a mana flask in at the end here. I'm just using the Taste of Hate and Azuri Promise, but these are luxury flasks. You don't have to use these flasks. These are just end game flasks. They will cost a lot more if you want to use those flasks, but you don't have to use those flasks. So they're not necessary. They're just luxury items basically when you get to end game. I recommend, if you don't have any decent flasks, just use Quicksilver flask and a mana flask at the end there, just so you have that increased movement speed, which is always handy for any Cyclone builds. So what I'll do is I'll try and get to the boss and see if we can get there real quickly now. So we've got a pack over here. Pick up the map. I'll try and speed over to the... Here, we've got a magic pack up here. So if you keep an eye on the left hand side of the screen with my life pool, you won't really see it move that much. What I can do is I'll try and just rush over to the boss, because I didn't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show you guys a nice, quick, simple cast on Critical Strike build that I've just been playing around with Critical Strike, because all the gear you buy lately in patch 2.6 for Critical Strike is just so super cheap, because everybody's like saying that's all been nerfed and everything. And yeah, it has been nerfed, but there are still some really cool builds out there, some really cool defensive builds and decent damage builds out there where you can use cast on Critical Strike just as an advantage. You can use it with Cyclone now, so if you're thinking about doing a Cyclone melee build, then you can think of doing something like this. Okay. Just trying to find the end boss here, which should be down here. Here he is. So all these monsters are here. As you can see, my life doesn't go down and he's dead. So very effective. I'll just take out those guys there, and there you go. So we're doing a lot of DPS there. 45 million XP, and we're at level 89. So this is just a quick, simple cast on crit build that you guys can try out. If you guys are thinking of just trying out a quick cheap build, you won't spend more than 20 chaos on this build. If you do, then I think you're going a little bit overboard with your price on it. But if you're a casual gamer and you want some really cheap, effective gear, this is the build to go with in patch 2.6. Let me know what you guys think and how you guys go. Skill tree is over here. Also check out my profile, Lucas D, and you can also check it out on there. It's the character's called Lucas D _CoC, and you can have a look at the build on there. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a good long Easter weekend and that if you're having a break, and I'll touch you guys later. And thanks for watching my videos. See you later.